Mic check, 1, 2, here we go. Internet's best reactions is back for 2019. Rory, Vincent on the cameras. Yeah. We're gonna talk about Australia.
2019, mother.
There's the intro. Hello everybody and welcome back to the internet's best reactions. It is season 3. We are here. F1 cars are back. The Australian Grand Prix has happened. Let's get into your reactions. Before we dive into your reactions, we had some tragic news over the weekend. At Superfast37 comes in with how to start off internet's best reactions. Hashtag thank you, Charlie. I couldn't agree more. He was a man that introduced so much safety to the sport, as well as refereeing, marshalling, speaking to drivers. He did so much, and he will be sorely missed. Right, race time now, and my goodness me, I was so hyped. I'm still so hyped for this season, but 10 past 5, and actually no, I got up about 10 to 20 minutes before to prepare myself. I kind of flew off the covers and I was like, I'm ready for the Australian Grand Prix. Were you? Right, at Sid Gub comes in with Bottas in turn 1. New beard, new aggression. Oh my goodness me, Bottas off the line, absolutely fantastic stuff, takes the lead of the race, and that turned out to be pretty good for him later on. So with Bottas's good fortune, although you could just say that's pure skill, there was some very bad luck for one man. And I think you all know who I'm going to be talking about right now. At Mitsukatsu248 comes in with, how can someone be so unlucky? Now, I'm in two minds about this whole kind of incident. Obviously, on one hand, he was very unlucky to kind of dip his wheel on the grass. But at the same time, he put his car in that situation where the service road went down a little bit, then up again, obviously smashed his front wing. It was quite a daring move, but then Ricciardo just wanted to send it, lick the stamp and send it, and he did, and it didn't work out. Buy t-shirts. Now on social media, people love to be like, oh, this aged well, in sarcastic ways, things that, this person's gonna win and they end up getting last. This person was actually at the race and it didn't age well at all. At hi_I'm_Zach_ says, who let the fortune teller in? I love how someone's made this sign. Oh, God, Danny Rick. When will he ever get luck at his home Grand Prix? So one of the big rivalries going into 2019 that I've been so excited to watch is Sebastian Vettel versus Charles Leclerc. And it wasn't the best race for the young Monegasque. At Owen Wyatt 173 even comes in and says, is it me or does Charles Leclerc drive a lot like Kimi Räikkönen? I'm sorry, what? He had a couple of mistakes in his debut race and you want to go and say he's Kimi Räikkönen? I think you'll find they had to use team orders to not let him through. Not angry, not a fanboy, just passionate. Speaking of Leclerc, we had another moment where it was slightly concerning, to say the least, at Swift Samby. Did Leclerc just break down? Now, David Croft comes over straight away, not even saying, maybe there's a graphical issue. He just comes in with, Charles Leclerc might have an issue. I'm sat there like, come on, I've not got up at 10 to 5 to watch Charles Leclerc have an issue. Turns out it's his transponder. Don't do that to me, David Croft. Now this tweet did make me laugh. At the official FNG, it's been 8 laps and everybody on Twitter is already a chief aerodynamicist. I do really love social media because Twitter is probably the best reactionary platform for when you're watching a live event, but loads of people just sat there on the couch going, yeah, Ferrari gone for the wrong setup there, or Mercedes have gone for the wrong strategy call, and they're very quick to judge, whereas there's hundreds of millions of pounds in this sport to get the right people, although sometimes Ferrari do get it wrong, but that's fine. But there are a lot of chief aerodynamicists on Twitter, maybe they should apply. Now what I love about internet's best reactions, some are, some jokes are, quite deep and, you have to really kind of get into it, or you have to be an F1 nut to understand it. And then you've got at TTG_Ollie, McLaren is now a hot chocolate. Now this was obviously because of Sainz blowing up, not great signs, although Lando did get to the end. Carlos, not a great weekend when you compare him to his younger British talent. Lando Norris, not a fanboy, just passionate. At Kenzie Retro, Haas having flashbacks of 2018 during that pit stop. Now, Grosjean was sat there, they were, and they couldn't do it, and he was just still sat there, and then he went away, and then 12, 13 laps later, his wheel just fell off. Again! And then Grosjean was like, I think I've got suspension damage. You can't fool us, Roman. We saw the replays. Whoop! See ya. This is the tweet of the century, well not century, but definitely of the year, at Crimsonify. Australia exists, Grosjean's tyres. 10 out of 10, bang in, you have won IBR for Australia. Well done. Good job, Crimsonify. Crimsonify. With Grosjean's wheel falling off, a lot of amazing memes came in. Another one at Racing Jokes. Haas, we will never allow another incident similar to Australia 2018. Haas in Australia 2019. It's rewind time. Social Media Team Championship time now. Let's dive straight in to third place. Red Bull Racing comes in with Max powers onto the podium in Melbourne. And it was more the GIF that I really enjoyed. And can I just add, not many of the teams had banter this weekend. I don't know if it's just me and it was really early and I actually missed all the banter, but I had a good old scroll and couldn't see anything. So apologies for the sub-mediocre tweets this week, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles. 1 point. Coming in second place, the reigning champions from last season, Renault F1. Literally our least favourite thing to tweet ever. Daniel's car is wheeled back into the garage. We're having to retire him as a precaution following his incident earlier. Now, the reason why I chose this one is because it was heartfelt, and also Danny Rick didn't score any points, so I thought if he scored points in the Social Media Team Championship, he would feel a bit better about himself because he deserved it. 2 points. The winners of the Social Media Team Championship for the Australian Grand Prix are Racing Point F1. Now they're replying to the Australian Grand Prix who said, how good is this? Talking about the massive plane in the sky, but their car's in front. So they said, it's incredible. The plane's pretty cool too. Good work. 3 points. We had a quick ding-dong battle during the race, midway through I believe it was, at Omar Spen, Hulk versus Magnussen. Suck it. And obviously Magnussen did not let Hulkenberg through, kept his elbows well and truly out, although for once I don't think Magnussen was actually that dirty at all. It was actually really good defensive driving, so hats off to you, Kevin. And Hulkenberg finished 7th again. How many times has Hulkenberg finished 7th in the Grand Prix? It is ridiculous. He may never have had a podium, but I guarantee he is probably, I don't know why I'm guaranteeing, because there's a lot of statisticians on the internet, that's not the way to pronounce it, but I still said it, that will tell me that someone else has had more 7th places, but I think Hulkenberg has. Cool. Statisticians. Right, I feel like there's something I need to address when it comes to Sky F1 commentary. I don't know if I'm wrong, or maybe they're wrong, but either way, we're going to address it right now. At Luxleg, all aboard the, now is it GIOVINAZZI or GIOVINAZZI? I think it's GIOVINAZZI, pretty sure it is GIOVINAZZI, but Crofty calls it Giovinazzi. Anyway, all aboard the Giovinazzi. Oh God, I just said it. All aboard the Giovinazzi train. In the Toro Rosso, we have Daniel Kvyat. I think that's how you say it. Although I think Crofty was saying Danny Kvyat or Cravat or it's Kvyat. I think it's Kvyat. Anyway, he's back in Formula One now, loving life. I'm actually quite glad he's back. He's gone through some serious turmoil in his career. At Skinflake_goat. Great name. Thankfully, Kvyat's first torpedo attempt was a miss. It was a serious dive bomb into turn 3, wasn't it? There was absolutely no chance he was stopping. So it's good to see he's still got that torpedo mentality. Now, would it be internet's best reactions without including our man, Guido van der Garde? If I try my best, I might catch Kubica with my Caterham before the end of the race. Yeah, Kubica, I don't know. He was rather off the pace of his teammate, wasn't he? That's all I've got to say on the matter. Now this was actually probably my favourite. I know I said one earlier was my favourite, but you know what I'm like with GIFs. I'm like, oh, this is my favourite, now this is my favourite. This is brilliant. We won't be able to show it in terms of audio because it's copyright, but at Max Lister UK, Drive to Survive Season 2, you need to check this out. It is brilliant. At MorisiewAwasthi Verstappen versus Hamilton for 2nd place, lap 56. It's such a good gift. And who would have thought Red Bull would have been so competitive in Australia, especially Verstappen. Gasly, not so much, but Verstappen drove the wheels off of that Red Bull and almost had Hamilton, although Hamilton was saying that he had him in his back pocket and it was fine. I'm not so sure. I think Max was pretty close. Are we going to have an actual title fight between 3 teams this year? Yes, please. Now, in terms of how the race ended, obviously Bottas got Hamilton at the start and dominated pretty much the entire Grand Prix. Hamilton had a bit of damage apparently on his underfloor board thing, but who knows, I'm just taking that with a pinch of salt. Do not know how much time that's cost him. Bottas dominated. Max Verstappen nearly got Hamilton. However, when Bottas came over the line at a up wheel, Ocon trying to look happy for Bottas. It was quite the sight. It was just like, I'm really happy for you, Bottas. Oh, I really want your seat, but congrats. Now, a controversial rule change that happened for 2019 was the fastest lap point awarding. But my God, did we have an amazing scrap at the end of the race. It was almost like qualifying, but on lap 57 and 58. At Owen Wyatt 173, whoever said the fastest lap point was a bad idea has well and truly been shushed. Don't you just love a Hamilton interview when he hasn't won the race, and especially when he's lost to his teammate? At JVRSRN4, which is like a Wi-Fi code, Hamilton, Valtteri had a great race. He is so bitter when he hasn't won a race. I understand he's just got out of the car and he's like, oh, this is really annoying that I didn't win, but you just know. You don't even have to see the race. Just watch a Hamilton interview and you'll know where he finished. Bit of bants on the podium as well with, well, not bants, it was kind of a little bit awkward, but also bants for everyone watching. At Alex_Gillen Webber, what the hell did you have for breakfast, Valtteri? Bottas, I had porridge. Now, a couple of posts from Instagram, blue_flags, even though they're with ones, but I'm not going to say all of that. Bottas's beard has really... He doesn't care anymore, does he? He's swearing, he's putting the middle finger up to cameras. He is an absolute man unleashed. And I love it. F1 community on Instagram. Sandbagging in practice. Thank you. I don't even need to read that out. Brilliant, brilliant Instagram post. And finally, to sum up, at Tom97HD, Mercedes, Ferrari are the team to beat. Even Williams could win in 2019. Mercedes secretly. Who believed it? Who believed the sandbagging?
And now it's time for Race Rundown with your host, Matthew Gallagher.
We're back. Race rundown time. I haven't done this in 4 months. Here we go. Vettel, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, Alonso. That's 2018. I just said Vettel. I didn't even think about it until I said Alonso. 2019, please. Bottas, Hamilton, Verstappen, Vettel, Leclerc, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Stroll, Kvyat, Gasly, Norris, Perez. Oh, there's different names. I completely forgot there's different names. That was actually quite close. Bottas, Hamilton, Verstappen, Vettel, Leclerc, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Stroll, Kvyat, Gasly, Norris, Perez, Albon, Giovinazzi, Russell, Kubica did it. And 3 retirees were Grosjean, Ricciardo, Sainz. And that is it. We are done here for the internet's best reactions. The first race is ticked off. I am so happy Formula One is back. My life has not been the same for the last 4 months. So if you want to get involved next time, use the hashtag WTF1 on Twitter and Instagram. And that is it. I'm Matt with WTF1 and we'll see you next time.